Hello everybody, how are you all? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I am plumbobd, and today we are continuing on with our renovation of the Landgraab mansion. If you missed the first part in which we do the exterior, I will link it for you in the cards up in the corner of the screen now. But today we are moving on to the interior of the house, so we are just furnishing the whole interior. In the last part we did the whole building and choosing wallpapers, flooring, and furnishing the exterior, the pool area, the barbecue area, the hot tub, etc. In this part instead we are doing the interior, the actual interior of the house. So this house consists in an entryway. We have 3 bedrooms, one for the parents, one for the child, which I'm still not sure if it's called Malcolm. I think it is. And one extra spare bedroom that functions as a guest bedroom. We have the kitchen, living and dining area. We have this entryway. Upstairs we also have an office. We have 3 bathrooms, which one of them is an ensuite for the main bedroom, and we also have a walk-in closet for the parents, as well as a sunroom. Let's say it's more like in indoor-outdoor area. It's more like a balcony, but on the ground floor, but also with a lot of plants, which is open but also somewhat closed in. You will see in a while what I mean. And for this style of the house I wanted to go very contemporary, not very family house. In fact, when we get to the kitchen, I first chose, for example, the counters from Jungle Adventure, because I thought they would be the best fit, because I really do like the swatches on that kitchen counter, and I also think it's quite sleek, quite modern. That was until I came to the upper cabinets. The upper cabinets make it so rustic, and also the lighting on them is just awful. So I had to change it for the Dream Home Decorator counters, which are very, very similar, because it just consists in a counter with a lot of drawers and plain handles, just as the Jungle Adventure counters. But they are a little bit more sleek, more modern, and the swatches fit a little bit better with the house overall. So basically this house is not family friendly. We have a cat. I don't know why, I saw a lot of empty space in the house, and I thought a cat would first fill up some space, but also I don't know why it fits well with the family itself, having a cat. So I will have to remember to give them a cat in Create a Sim. I think I forgot a pet bed. Pets do not really need beds in The Sims 4, because they can sleep wherever. They can sleep on the floor, they can sleep on the couch, they can sleep that's pretty much where they can sleep. Can cats sleep on beds while the Sims are asleep? I don't know. But for example, now I wanted to tell you, this is the room I was speaking about at the beginning of the voiceover. This is the sunroom, which is indoor but also outdoor. It's like a balcony, but on the ground floor. This is it. But so this house is not family friendly at all, except for the one element of the cat, which I will remember to go back to the build and add a pet bed if I forgot to do it, because I know for sure I put a pet bowl and a cat tree. I don't know if I put a pet bed. But so this house is not family friendly because the family itself is very, very rich, wealthy, and I can imagine they would have probably a house that's more like Kim Kardashian style, if you know what I mean. It's very neutral, very minimalist, definitely not kid friendly. Like, there's nothing fun about that house, except for maybe the kids' playroom. I suppose they probably have it, so it's nothing very fun, just because they are very rich. And also the kid is now a teenager, so I figure they probably don't need a lot of kids furniture. But now we are onto the kitchen, which, as you can see, I chose the Jungle Adventure counters with the upper cabinets. but I really did not like them. And in the middle of doing the kitchen, I also messed up the how are they called, the parenthood counters with the Jungle Adventure counters. I tried to make this kitchen work, it just would not work. So, and even you can see I am putting some not RGB, LED strip lights for the kitchen in order to light up the area better, but I don't know why, it makes it feel at the same time too rustic, but also like a hospital. It just was not my vibe. So very soon you're gonna see we are changing to the Dream Home Decorator counters, which in my opinion fit very well with the aesthetic of the house. And generally I just like those counters very much. I wish the swatches between the two set of counters we got with that pack would match a little bit better, because I prefer the counters of the more expensive version, the one with drawers that I'm putting in this house, but I prefer the upper cabinets of the cheaper version, just because in the default version of those cabinets, we have, the more expensive ones, we have some book clutter in the cabinets, and when you use it over and over again, you can really tell the clutter is repeated. So I try to use as few as those pieces as possible, and if I do use more than one, I try to separate them pretty far away. But you can see this kitchen does not have many straight pieces in the walls. We have a lot of inner corners, outer corners, and I also use end pieces a lot of the time. But yeah, so I do prefer, I wish the swatches matched a little bit better, just because this way I could use the cabinets from one set and the counters from the other set. But you cannot have it all, can you? Especially with The Sims 4. I do like the idea of adding creator style back into The Sims 5. If you are a fan of The Sims, you probably know during the Sims Summit, a live stream event, they presented Project Reno, which is called Project Reno for a series of reasons that I do not want to repeat, because everybody and their mother already repeated them. It's called Project Reno for a number of different reasons, but we know it's probably gonna be The Sims 5. And in that live stream, they showed that creator style was one of the features they implemented first in the game, so it's probably one that is gonna stay. And in a way, I do like the idea of creator style, especially since a lot of people really seem to like it in The Sims 3. But at the same time, I'm a bit worried that it's gonna get very overwhelming, because I do like the challenge of trying to match things with the swatches that the Sims team has given you. But I also like the idea of maybe changing, being able to change different parts of one object, like the Sims 2 swatch system. I really wish we could have the Sims 2 swatch system, honestly. But in any case, we will see. Project Rene is years away from being done. What we saw in the last October's event was just a sneak peek. We don't even know if the assets they are using are necessarily the ones that are gonna stay in the game, so we shouldn't get too worried about it for now. But as you can see, I'm now refurnishing the kitchen. I kept it in the original fail. I just think this style works so much better. And in this case, I didn't remember it, but I managed to use the two sets combined. The counters from one set and the cabinets from the other set. And the rest of the house is just very plain, very minimalist, very modern, with a lot of yellow accents. I did not plan on having yellow accents everywhere, but in the entryway we have a yellow painting from Moschino stuff, and also a yellow chair also from Moschino. And so I thought I would be able to pull off a yellow vibe all over the place, all over the house. I think it eventually didn't work, because now I'm seeing I changed the swatch of the sofa. I also use the sofa from Dream Home Decorator, the modular ones, just because you can pull off a very, very big sofa with those sofa sets. So I think actually I lied. I don't think I pulled off a yellow vibe all over the house, even though it would have really worked for them, because I don't know, yellow just gives me Oasis Springs vibes, and also Landgraab family. Maybe it's because of gold or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, eventually maybe it was turning a little bit too much into a cottage house or a family friendly house, which wasn't what I wanted. So I changed the swatch of the couch and also the swatch of the chairs, because originally I used the chairs from the Cool Kitchen pack, which by the way are still one of my favorite chairs in the game. I don't know why. I saw it for the first time in one of James Turner videos. It was like the Big Wallet series, but one of the early series. They were living in Windenburg, so maybe it was the Get Together Let's Play, I don't remember honestly. But I saw those chairs and with the matching bar stools, and I just think they look so good. They fit the game perfectly in my opinion, because the legs of the chair are slowly getting thinner when you get to the bottom of the leg of the chair, and it looks really, really good in my opinion. So for the dining table, I used those chairs. I used it originally in the yellow swatch, but then I figured it wasn't looking too modern, too refined, too sophisticated, so I changed it back to a more neutral swatch. For what concerns the rest of the house, you are seeing now I'm furnishing the spare bedroom, which is all in powder blue color, some deep browns. I really did go for a lot of mismatching wood tones, because by now I'm really tired of trying to match wood swatches, especially in the Sims where they don't usually match. I feel like we have some packs that match within each other. For example, Dream Home Decorator and Tiny Living do have the same wood tones, but then we have some cooler wood tones. For example, the Seasons pack and the Jungle Adventure pack, they match together. I feel like the Sims team really goes for many different wood swatches, and I mean, it makes sense for real life, because you don't have only one single wood swatch. We have a lot of different swatches, but this is one of the occasions where I wish we had created a style just so I could match the wood swatches. But yeah, so for the house overall, I kept the tiling from the Desert Lux kit all throughout the house, except in the bedrooms where I used hardwood flooring, just because it's a desert world. In this type of hot climate, you would probably want tiles on the floors, just so the house stays cooler during the summer, and also because in winter it doesn't get that hot. But still, I think hardwood flooring just is more fancy, so I kept it at least for the bedrooms, which we will be furnishing very soon. And for the rest of the speed build, you saw the spare bedroom. You also saw one of the bathrooms. I think I cut out the other two, or I didn't even film them, just because, as you probably know, most creators do it. The bathrooms are all the same, which in my opinion also makes sense, because once you buy your plumbing, you're gonna buy the same for all your house, just to make it consistent. Whereas for the rest of the house, you might choose a more personalized style to the people that live there, for example, the single bedrooms or the living areas. But the bathroom, once you have a vibe that matches the rest of the house, you're probably going to use the same exact bathroom over and over again. For the office, which I am furnishing very, very soon, I am going for an office that's made for Nancy Landgraab, which in the original game she is a criminal, and I don't know if I want to keep her a criminal or not, because I do like the fact that in the original game one is a secret agent and the other is a criminal. But this makes their marriage somewhat fragile. The Sims team even says it themselves that the couple might fight against each other. So, and also Malcolm Landgraab in the original previous Sims games has always been a doctor, I think, or a scientist, and I think it just fits better in my head. Jeffrey Landgraab is either a professor at university, a scientist, a doctor, maybe a lawyer. I don't see him as a secret agent, so I am thinking to change careers for Malcolm Landgraab and make him a doctor or a scientist, maybe a scientist. And then Nancy Landgraab, I want to make her a secret agent. So she's not necessarily evil, she's just very secretive, very private. And you can see her office has a lot of things from Strangerville, for example, a broken monitor, some barrels of radioactive stuff, some listening devices. Maybe she's just trying to uncover the secrets of Strangerville. Maybe she would fit the military career. But no, actually, I lied. I don't think so, because Nancy Landgraab probably has the longest nails ever, and probably I put those nails on her in Create a Sim, and she would definitely not be in the military with those nails and those high heels. So she's probably a secret agent. Maybe she's walking around the streets of the penthouses of San Myshuno in the financial district, trying to uncover the secrets of the royalty of San Myshuno, while also listening to Strangerville mysteries. I don't know, Nancy Landgraab fascinates me a lot, and I like her character. Despite the Landgraabs being one of the most hated families, I do really like this family overall. And I think the makeover I did of them, and also with the storylines I planned for them, makes them a little bit more interesting as a family. A sim that was mean, was evil, and stayed evil is Malcolm Landgraab. We are furnishing his bedroom now. I'm making it with very dark tones and a lot of LED strip lights. I think in my head he's a heavy gamer, probably a streamer. I don't know yet what he wants to be in the future. I also put a music producing console in his room, and that's maybe that's one path he could take in the future. Maybe he wants to be a music producer, move to Del Sol Valley, which in my head is probably not so far from Oasis Springs anyway, so he wouldn't move that far. But he probably doesn't want to be in the same careers as his dad or his mother. He probably doesn't want to be a secret agent. He just wants money, quick money, easy money. And I feel like the music producing career would really fit Malcolm, because I can see him partying in the hills of Del Sol Valley and living the high life. High, I hope you mean what I hope you know what I mean when I say high life. Anyway, so this is the bedroom overall. It's very, I use very heavily the how is it called, the High School Years expansion pack, just because it's the best expansion pack for teenagers. We all know it. And the last room we are furnishing is the room of the Landgraabs themselves. I mean the parents. Not the Malcolm Landgraab isn't a Landgraab, I'm just saying the original Landgraabs. And this is more again on the softer tones. I'm also using pastel blues in this room as in the guest room, but this is a little bit more cold because I don't really use dark woods. I use a lot of pastel blue overall, and I'm making their bedroom not necessarily a place you can live in. I mean, you know, when you have those big bedrooms and you put a mini fridge, you put like a living room, so you basically have a room where your sim can stay in that room for all the life and not get out of that room. This bedroom is basically just a bed with a sitting room. We have one wardrobe, and then we're moving the rest of the wardrobe to the actual working closet, and then we have the bathrooms, which I did not furnish on camera. One other thing that I forgot to furnish was the balcony, and I realized only when I was doing the video tour for my TikTok, which if you don't follow me on TikTok, go follow me on there, it's a fun time. I am plumbobd on there, same as my YouTube, and I'm also on Instagram as plumbobd with an underscore, because I don't want to say bad words on this channel, some guy stole my name. So I had to use an underscore. Go follow me on there. And also remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoy this video at any point. As I was saying, I forgot to furnish the balcony, but don't worry, I did remember eventually when I was filming the video tour for my TikTok. So you don't see the balcony in this video, but if you download it from the gallery, which by the way this build is already on the gallery, you can see I furnished the balcony. I put a hot tub, some lounge chairs, a telescope, and some plants here and there, with also a small sitting area. But yeah, so now screenshots should be rolling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, remember to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I will catch you all in my next video. Goodbye!